Hi, this is Dr. Tim Roehl. Glad to spend some time with you. What's your game plan for ministry? Imagine a sports team who goes out to play a game and has no plan at all. They don't know how they're going to play offense. They don't know how they're going to play defense. They don't know they've never scouted the other team that they're playing. They're just going to go out and play. What would happen? Right. It wouldn't be much of a game, would it? What about a business that has something that it feels is going to benefit a lot of people, but it has absolutely no way to let people know about this wonderful product that they've developed? They've got no marketing plan. They've got no way of learning which customers are going to want their product. What would that look like? Again, we're looking at not much, are we? How come ministries so often have no real plan? Often we talk about ministry and we think about a method that we're using. So we describe it, but too often we describe it in the context of somebody else's method that we've heard about that we like and say, well, I'd like to do it like that. Way too many churches are focused on a method or a model, and far too many leaders love their model more than their mission field. Think about what would happen if we had an intentional, spirit-led game plan that helps you become great missionaries to your community. I wrote the book Game Plan, which I'm introducing you to. Here's the front. Game Plan, Develop an Intentional Missional Ministry. I wrote this because I found that most church leaders know how to do church, but they don't know much about how to be a great missionary to their community. And it's with those people that I have in mind that I've written this book. Now, over the course of my ministry journey with my wife Shirley, we have restarted a church in the heart of a great city. We have planted a church in the suburb of another great metropolitan area. We have been missionaries equipping leaders around the world. I've equipped leaders from over 75 countries. We've been a denominational leadership in 2 denominations. We have I've written a number of books and resources. And now we are in a season where we have started our own ministry we call the Fit and Flourish Group, so we can serve God wherever, whoever, whenever He wants us to serve. And through the course of this time, I've learned so much from my own mistakes. I've learned so much from others, and as I've assessed and coached and trained other leaders, I've helped them discover the things that are going to help them fit and flourish in their own life, but also develop a game plan for their ministry. So let me introduce you to a little bit of this resource called Game Plan. You'll find downloadable worksheets on our fitflourish.com website. You'll be able to access more information about this if you wish by contacting me, Tim Roehl at fitflourish.com. But this book was written for 2 main purposes. The first, this is a coaching book. It's really a story of 2 leaders on a journey. A missionary who's come home from his field and seen God do incredible things where people said it's not possible to do great kingdom work. And a pastor in his home church who has a nice church but longs to bring Jesus to his community and just doesn't know how. And so I show you the ministry of coaching by listening. You get to listen in on these coaching conversations between these 2 leaders, and you'll learn more about the vital ministry of alongside empowerment of coaching. If you want more information about that, you can get my transformational coaching book, which is a whole book just around that crucial issue of coaching. But along with the coaching journey, it is giving you a very simple, intentional pathway that you can follow. It is not somebody else's plan. It is not a particular method. It is not designed for you to take it out of the box and use it and try and fit it into your circumstances. No, this pathway is designed to help you listen to the Holy Spirit and design His unique missional game plan for your ministry. So there's 4 main steps. The first, I'll just describe them to you all at once, and then I'm going to go point by point. Sent, student, servant, storyteller. Let's break them down. So first, it's all about Jesus. Everything is for Him. So we can introduce people to Him. We have a view of life and ministry that we get to bring good news to people. And so it's all about Jesus, but then it's not about what kind of church we're going to have. It's about the mission field that He sent us to. And then finally, we determine what kind of method or model or type of church do we need to reach the people in the mission field. So first, sent. We understand we are people sent by God as his ambassadors, as missionaries to this world that he loved, that Jesus died to redeem. And there's several areas that we help you think about living sent. So we help you look at understanding the heart of God, his great yearning love for people who are lost and separated from him. We help you understand the power of spiritual authority. Vital for us to exercise spiritual authority as we venture out into the mission field that he's given us. And then finally, strategic intercession to give you some different ways to design ministry both for yourself, a prayer team for yourself, and intentional ways to pray for your mission field. Sent. And as we are sent, we become students. So the second portion is to help you to learn about your mission field. 4 different ways we do that. We help you through statistical insights, which is demographic study. There's people that love to do those kind of studies. Through spiritual detective work, which some people call spiritual mapping. So we give you ways to look at an area and discern the spiritual influences that result in the strongholds that hold people captive to sin and away from God, and also the redemptive gifts that Jesus wants to release that sets the captives free. Very powerful. So statistical insights, spiritual mapping. The third area is to check the soil, and soil stands for sphere of influence leaders. These are the people that know what you need to know. These are the people that have access to great numbers of people who trust and admire them when you may not have that credibility yourself. So we're going to help you learn how to find out from leaders the things that you need to know that will help you discern what God's up to. And then finally, we help you see through Acts 1:8 eyes. And as you look through the lens of your Jerusalem, your Judea, your Samaria, to the ends of the earth, it's going to give you a holistic, whole view of your mission field. Not just looking at just me and my community and my church, but realizing that your church is part of the whole great worldwide work that God is doing. As we study, as we're a student, God raises some things to the surface and said, this is what I want you to work on. This is my kingdom assignment. This is your part of the kingdom work I'm doing among my churches in this area. You and I are part of a kingdom team. So sent, student, and then we become servants. So we take the things that God has revealed to us. We link who we are, our gifts and experiences, and what God has led us through to what they need. And we find out that where people congregate, we can operate. So you're going to discover ways to begin serving to meet those needs that God has placed on your heart, demonstrating God's love in a tangible way, building credibility, developing friendships, listening more than talking, to learn their stories and learn where their needs are. And as you do that, you're going to find out there's people you can work with. You're going to find out how to take some of your existing ministry teams, if you're in an existing church, and have them become missionaries in their own way. If you're planting a church or a new ministry, this is going to be a key for you to be able to gain credibility in your community before you ever launch a public gathering. So sent, student, servant, now storyteller. Now that you've taken the time to learn and to love and to serve and to bless and to listen to people, you know how to tell the story of Jesus in a way that's going to make sense to them. You are translating the good news so they can best understand. So we'll help you look at the way that you do your gathering, whether it's existing worship services or ministries or small groups or missional communities. We help you look at the way you do that in a way that makes sense to people who aren't used to being at church or used to the Bible or anything Christian. We're going to help you review what you do, evaluate what you do, so that you make it as welcoming as possible for people who are new to you. And then finally, we help you think through how you're going to spread grace to new places, plant new ministries, plant new churches, and be a part of multiplying disciples and leaders and ministries to the glory of God. So as you go through game plan, let the Spirit lead you. Do it with others. Learn how to be coached and to coach so you can empower others along the way, and then watch God clarify for you his unique game plan for your ministry in a way that's going to make the maximum difference for the kingdom. God bless you as you work through your game plan.